Warren Sapp was arrested for speaking not too long ago. You know what the cop said after he arrested him? I didn't realize you were Warren Sapp.
You know who he is? Who is that? That's Warren Sapp. Who? That's Warren Sapp. Okay.
Congratulations.
Noel Stephen has a lengthy law enforcement career, but now enters a new chapter, Sheriff of Okeechobee County.
And today to be inaugurated the sheriff, it's an overwhelming, humbling experience.
The illegal arrest of Warren Sapp has Okeechobee County facing a $20 million lawsuit. It was disgusting seeing an NFL legend get his rights violated in front of everyone. The power-hungry officers broke multiple laws and muted their body cameras to protect themselves.
ID'd the passenger unlawfully.
Yeah.
Just rambunctious. Can't ID the passenger unless you had reasonable articulable suspicion that they in commission of a crime, about to commit a crime, or just got finished committing the crime. You have no right to ID the passenger. And they know this, but they still unlawfully do it.
I got you going 63. It's a 35 through town. All you guys are hauling ass down the road because you got you standing.
Sorry,
you know what y'all are doing.
No,
yeah,
I didn't know it was a speed limit.
You got your license?
Her license?
Yeah, her license too. I'm required everybody in the car.
And to be violated in less than 30 seconds? And then not to have a supervisor come to me, nothing. Speak to the lieutenant. He don't want to come.
Ellis. Sorry. Or whoever. Do you want to speak to a supervisor? Do you want to speak to him or not?
I have to be, yeah, you're supervisor.
Okay. Ellis, Sarge.
You guys got what I've got?
Well, I know, but he wants to speak to you unless you want me to just take him. Sarge. No? Cool, you're just gonna walk away and ignore me?
It's okay. Let's just
take him.
Take him. You can talk to someone in the jail.
Alright. I was instructed to take you.
Hold on,
I'm instructed to take you.
Hold on. Y'all not going to let me speak to the supervisor?
I am instructed to take you.
You're not going to let me speak to the supervisor?
696.
Now, you're not going to let me speak to the supervisor?
I've just tried.
He's not.
Okay, I was told.
And you said what?
I was told to take you.
Said what?
I was told to take
And
you.
you said what?
You already spoke to that guy.
Charge?
Okay.
What is my charge? What is my charge? Please.
696 SO 11015 male. 51 to the jail. Getting mileage.
Oh my goodness.
Getting mileage.
When I asked him, I said, when the lady officer jumped out the car and went to yelling, Ellis, and the only reason I know this now because you're Lieutenant Ellis, you're Sergeant Ellis. She went to yelling for you that I wanted to speak to the supervisor. What did you say to her? What were you talking about? I say the lady officer that drove me to the station, I made her put her car in park. I said, babe, I'm going to say your job because I asked you for a supervisor, and that's policy. And if you break policy, that's grounds for termination. You can't break policy that you signed no policy. You can't break it. She slammed the car and Paul jumped out. Ellis! He ignored her, and her body cam was rolling nearly. Sarge, you just gonna ignore me like that? Oh, no.
By law, the supervisor was required to speak with Warren if requested. His name is Sergeant Ellis, and he ignored Warren the entire time he was detained. Once he found out who he was, Warren was already booked in jail.
Yes, sir.
You ready to count off?
Yes, sir. It's being recorded.
Oh, I was just making sure.
My name is Sergeant Ellis. I'm the road patrol supervisor. You wanted to speak to the supervisor?
I was wondering, you was outside the gas station when they drove away, right?
Yes.
How come we didn't have a conversation then?
Because you were already in the back of a patrol car and we needed to get you out of there as quick as possible.
And that's what we came up with?
That's what happened.
Okay.
Whenever there's a situation like that, we try to clear the area as quick as possible.
Because?
Because there's a large group of people there and it could turn dangerous.
It was peaceful. We were peacefully assembled.
At that point.
Well, your officer had been there for 15 minutes writing a ticket.
Well, the officer was screaming for backup too, so we went.
I got that part, so now, with my situation.
You asked to speak to the supervisor, so I'm here. What would you like to know?
What am I here for?
You're being arrested for obstruction.
That's a physical act, right?
No. It's impeding an investigation. It could be physical, it could be refusing to leave, it could be continue to interject yourself into an investigation that's being done on a separate situation?
Wasn't an investigation. It was a ticket being written, right?
It was a traffic investigation.
So after you hand the person the ticket, the traffic stop is effectively over?
Well, the deputy was still talking.
No, I was asking, after you hand the ticket to the man, the effective is effectively over? The stop is over?
It depends.
I'm asking.
If the ticket is being explained to the individual who has the physical ticket in his hands, then no, it's not good.
So the explaining would be coming over the top of the hill at 45 and it drops to 35, whatever else. Ticket's in his hand, he's folding it up, the stop isn't over?
Whatever the explanation is.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm telling you.
Why he's folding it up is the stop.
Mr. Sapp, I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, no, definitely not going to argue with you.
You'll
I'm just asking.
have your day in court, I understand that. So.
Oh, no, because I just had my rights violated. Your officer said to me, do you want to go to jail? First thing he said out of his mouth to me. I said, excuse me? What's your name? So I laughed. Because I do have a right to remain silent, right? I have the right, Fourth and Fifth Amendment, right?
Yes, you absolutely have a right to remain silent. But you don't have the right to interject yourself into an investigation.
Interject myself?
Yeah, were you in the vehicle that had been stopped?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So what purpose were you in that traffic stop?
I wasn't in the traffic stop. The traffic stop was over.
The traffic stop was still being conducted.
The traffic stop was over. She hadn't handed him the ticket. The lady that was doing the stop was here. Eagle Man was here. There was another officer here. I was here. I said to the other officer that didn't arrest me, I said, how fast was he going? He said, I don't know, it's not my stop. I said, you know what, it's right. So I walked over and looked at the ticket because the lady said that he was doing double the speed limit. And I was like, that's pretty fast. I don't think he was going that fast just then. And he wasn't going double. So I just asked her, I was like, we just want you to be factual, man. You have the speed right there. There's no reason to say the man was going double when he wasn't. And that's when I got his attention. You shut up. I don't have my First Amendment right is free speech and doesn't work in Okeechobee?
Yes, you have the right for freedom of speech. Once the ticket was explained to them and he leaves, that's when the traffic stop's over.
He wasn't in the traffic stop.
The guy that had the ticket in his hands.
No, the officer with me. He
was back up to the officer that was there conducting the traffic stop.
The traffic stop was over.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue semantics.
No, there ain't no semantics. I mean, his body cam was on and everything, right?
Correct.
That's all I need. All the officers that was there, body cam and all that good stuff. And
yeah, it'll all be in there. And,
1983 deprivation of rights, my first, my fourth, and my fifth.
Yes, sir. And you're more than willing.
And I really don't know how me and you couldn't have had this conversation with all those officers. You had the SWAT sergeant there too.
The SWAT sergeant? Mm-hmm. No.
Yes. That's who patted me down. Yeah, SWAT. 3 badges on his arm. 3 straps on his arm. Sergeant, he said, you have to speak to one of theirs because I'm not. I said.
Oh, that was a city sergeant. That wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's another SWAT.
That wasn't SWAT.
He had SWAT on it. He had SWAT on this thing.
Oh. He might have been a member of a SWAT team. I don't know. But he wasn't the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office.
So you are backing up what your officer did today?
I have yet to view the video of it. So.
I just told you what happened.
Okay. There's 2 sides to every story, sir.
No, then the camera.
And there was a bunch of cameras out there.
Because when I got ready to start recording with my body cam, they snatched that.
Okay.
That'd be a bang violation, wouldn't it? Prior restraint, stop me from recording. Because there was no reason to put me in handcuffs. I hadn't done anything.
Well, I wasn't there at that time, so I don't know how you.
No, I'm just standing there.
I don't know. All I know is
I watched the other 2 officers sitting there so peacefully and calm. Say, really? You just gonna allow this to happen? I haven't done anything.
Okay.
He asked me my name, and I don't have to tell him my name.
Sir, if you feel like your rights have been violated.
Oh no, it's going down. Don't worry about it. I heard you. You didn't want to speak to me at the scene. Let him drive off without it.
Listen, you can fill out a citizen complaint on the deputy if you choose to. And there'll be an internal investigation done on it.
Oh, yeah, you're going to investigate yourself and find nothing wrong, just like you're doing right here in front of me now. It's fine. It's cool. We're going to see what the federal court got to say about it.
Okay. You have that right.
Oh, absolutely I do. Absolutely.
Any other questions I can ask or answer for you?
I'm glad you finally got around to having a conversation with somebody that was just unlawfully arrested.
Okay.
And the cop got back out and started yelling at you to come back, and you still didn't come.
What is, I say that again?
The lady officer got back out and started yelling, Alice.
Lady officer.
Yeah, the one that drove me here. That's who wrote the ticket. There's a lady officer. You don't even know that?
Yeah, I know who wrote you the ticket, but I didn't hear anything.
Right, me the ticket? I didn't get
I'm sorry,
ticket written.
I know the person.
I wasn't riding in the car,
I know
and they identified the passenger.
I know the person who wrote the ticket, but I don't know who was hollering for me to come talk to him.
The person that drove me here.
Yeah,
You didn't even look at it.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't even look at it.
There were so many people out there
You
going
didn't even
on.
look at it.
There were so many people going on.
You didn't even look at it.
No, I didn't.
Classic.
Anything else you need to know?
Oh no, I'm good. You got your business card?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. It shouldn't be much longer, by the way.
I shouldn't even be here, Mr. Ellis, but I see Okeechobee needs a refresher course in the Constitution, and I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
I promise you I will.
All right.
I promise you.
You can put him back. What's that?
Who's your supervisor?
My supervisor?
The lieutenant? Okay.
Yeah, Lieutenant Lowe.
Is he around?
Yeah, he's working.
Could you give him a call? Give him a call for me, please?
Would you like to speak to him?
Yes, I would.
Okay. I'll let him know.
To make things worse, the sheriff took zero accountability for the situation. He said the arrest was valid and Warren was in the wrong. Check out the phone call between Warren and the sheriff after his release from jail.
Because you said you were going to call me on Monday, and I said a couple days or whatever, Monday, couple days. And I want you to know, Sheriff, and I'm recording this phone conversation for transparency and accountability, please. Is that all right?
I don't have a problem.
Oh, no, I was just making.
If that's it's how you do business, and that's how you do business. I'll just back out, let it go.
How I do business? I wanted to know.
Yes,
you said to me you would handle it, and I wanted to know how you was handling it because I wasn't going forward. I was just getting my people, in ready because I was charged and had to bail out of jail. You realize that, right?
I understand that, but rightfully so. So I mean, you're not completely innocent in this situation. You both could have handled this situation a whole lot better than how it was handled. And I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback either one of you, but both of you are in the wrong.
So,
and if you want this thing to go its course, we'll let it go its course.
All right. How about this? How about this, Chief? How about this, Chief? And you said you was gonna call me, so you're calling me today to tell me what?
I'm asking you, what do you want done? Do you want me to work on this, or are you going to do it? Are you going to work on it? That's what I'm asking you.
You left me with the impression that you was going to handle this, right? That's what you said to me Sunday morning, correct?
I said, no, give me a couple of days.
Give you a couple of days, all right? Now you got a couple of days. You reviewed the footage, and you're saying you're not going to Monday morning. I just want to know, does my constitutional rights survive in Okeechobee?
Then you just go through your due process, and we'll see where your civil rights go, Warren. That's what you need to do.
No, I'm asking because I was charged. I understand
completely where you're at.
No. I was charged with obstruction.
Correct.
And you rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
So when you in a traffic stop, when is the traffic stop over?
When the deputy or the officer says that it's over. They're conducting official business. You impeded on their investigation as obstruction and got charged accordingly.
And you believe that's according with Florida statute what?
I do believe that the arrest was valid. Do I believe that the officer was a little froggy to jump, if you will? Absolutely.
Absolutely. No deep. Oh,
Let me
please.
Let me finish.
Please.
And then do I believe that you interjected in the traffic stop that had nothing to do with you? Absolutely. There's a proper time and a place, Warren, for you to deal with that and ask your questions, rightfully so, for your due process and your constitutional right. When that officer is doing a traffic stop, that is not the time. You're a professional. When you were on the field doing your job, nobody interjected with you in your job. correct? So there is a right time. If they want to ask you a question, then that's rightfully so.
So your
when
officer,
that officer is doing the traffic stop, you do not impede on that investigation. Even if they're wrong, you don't question them on the side of the road. That is not the proper time nor the place.
that's what you're going with?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm going with. So you have a good morning. Take care.
So what do I do with my chart? Oh, okay. Here we go.
After the sheriff hung up in his face, he called the sheriff's office to file a complaint.
So, all right. I said, are you ready to take my complaint? Oh, yeah. What's your name? And you know you can file a complaint anonymously, right? But I said, you know what? I'm not hiding from this. I want you to know the QB killer coming through the door. This is Warren Sapp. Oh, I'm not taking your complaint. I'm gonna drop the phone. I said, excuse me? Oh yeah, I heard about this. I'm not taking your complaint. I don't think this is the way this works, sir. Well, yeah, it's gonna work that way.
After his complaint was denied, he filed a $20 million lawsuit against Okeechobee County Sheriff's Department. Even though he was innocent, he was still nervous about breaking the news to Coach Prime.
My background check was still coming in at Colorado, so you know I wasn't sleeping good, dog. I had to call Prime as soon as I was on my way from the jail. Call him. Ain't got no footage at the time. Ain't got nothing at this time. That was the scariest part. That I didn't know, if they were going to delete the video, do whatever they were going to do with it. I had nothing. 2 days later, my dude hit me, was like, got a video for you. I'm like, no way. He's like, everybody's got it. And I had to call them all and tell them, don't post anything. Because, he runs the charity. So he called everybody. He's like, listen, Warren's trying to get, he's close to getting a job in Colorado. If this hits the press, he's done, because Colorado ain't touching, nobody's going to touch me with that. I'm like, man, if you can do that for me, dog, please. But I need that video so you can send it to me so I can send it to Prime so I can keep him abreast of what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I sent it to Prime. Prime was like, man. He's like, you said you didn't get a chance to leave? No, because if he just said leave or go to jail, I'd have walked off. I'd still had standing to sue him. No, he'd have said anything, go, leave, anything, I would have left. Shit, I wasn't there to get arrested.
Yeah.
He was riding in a rally.
With his 2015 allegations, many Colorado fans disagreed with him being on staff. Coach Prime knew his potential and vouched for him to coach. This illegal arrest could have ruined everything Warren worked for. You guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Do you think Warren deserves $20 million for the illegal arrest? I'm about to play the entire body cam footage so you can decide for yourself. If you enjoy this video, make sure you like and subscribe for me. Also turn on post notifications so you don't miss any news or updates. I've got daily videos and updates coming every day for you guys. I really appreciate your support to the channel.